They're out on the field. The pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beaches is singing "Fight, Balls, Fight." The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. You know, the last couple of days we've been talking about the college football playoff, the rankings, where Tennessee's at. It's time to put Georgia in the rearview mirror. This football team still has a lot to play for, and that starts with Missouri coming up on Saturday, a team that Tennessee is the heavy favorite to go out and beat. It's senior day. Had a lot of fun last night on the live stream talking about some seniors on this football team that just kind of left their mark, made an impact. And, you know, it could have been easy for some of those guys to check out and move on and transfer elsewhere after Jeremy Pruitt got fired, but they chose Tennessee. Some of those guys worth mentioning: Jeremy Banks, Cedric Tillman. Also, you know, JP mentioned Latrell Bumpus, a guy that was actually recruited by Butch Jones, played for Jeremy Pruitt, played for Josh Heupel. Some of those guys we're talking about. Good fun last night on the live stream. If you missed it, go back and check it out. And again, Tennessee still has everything to play for. I think they go out and handle their business these next 3 weeks. They're going to be right in the middle of that college football playoff. But I'm ready to shift gears, ready to talk a little bit about Missouri. We're going to get into it, see what they bring to the table. But as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. Also, if you're new to the network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're fans just like you. For the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Gabe and I are going to be live in the morning. We missed the morning stream on Monday, so we're going to make it up to you tomorrow. Friday morning, 9 a.m. We're going to kick things off with a big morning show. Should be a lot of fun. And then Saturday, we'll be live an hour before kickoff with a tailgate show, fan call-in show, and then we'll be live immediately following the game. So make sure you tune in for that. Always a pleasure to have you guys along for the ride. Let's jump into it. Let's open this thing up. Let's see what Missouri coach Eli Drinkwitz had to say about the matchup with Tennessee.
New task and a great challenge this week. Obviously, we're playing a top-5 team on the road who's playing at a really high level. Their quarterback is playing at a Heisman level, Heisman Trophy level. They've got unbelievable skill players. Obviously, some of their wide receivers, all 3 of their wide receivers are extremely electric. Jalen Hyatt might be the best wide receiver in the country. Obviously, Cedric Tillman is a really good player also. Jabari Small at running back and Jalen Wright at running back are both very dynamic. Their offensive line presents problems. They have a dynamic scheme. Between Coach Heupel and Coach Golish, they do a tremendous job of putting their players in a position to be successful. You know, defensively, they do a tremendous job of playing fast. They are very experienced. When you look at the depth chart, you know, just in the defensive line, senior, backup's a senior, junior, backup's a redshirt senior, redshirt junior, backup's a senior, redshirt senior, backed up by a junior. Both linebackers, redshirt seniors, backed up by redshirt seniors. So very experienced. 2 safeties, seniors. So we've played against both of those guys since I've been here. And then obviously the corners are juniors, redshirt juniors. So a lot of experience, a lot of speed. They play very physical. They're downhill. And so it's going to be a real challenge for our football team. And we're excited about that challenge, excited about going on the road and matching up against a really good Tennessee Volunteer football team.
Mentions a physical football team. Tennessee got beat physically against Georgia on Saturday. And, you know, I'm really looking for this football team to respond to that. Because, again, the conversation all week has been about Georgia dominating Tennessee. That's the words the media was using, domination. You got a team that was ranked number 1 in the college football playoff. Now they're on the outside looking in. I think this football team's going to come out on Saturday with a chip on their shoulder. And I talked about it earlier in the week. Run it up. Leave no doubt. Put an absolute beating on Missouri, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. Show everybody that you're elite, that you're not just some mediocre program. You know, other fan bases are going to come in and try to spin it that way. Let's go show the world on Saturday that Tennessee is elite and leave no doubt. Go put a beating on Missouri. You look at the matchup indicator here, ESPN FPI heavily favored Tennessee, 92.8%. I think the spread is almost up to 3 touchdowns at this point. You look at what Missouri does by the numbers. You can see here points per game, 23 points per game. They're allowing 21 points per game, and that's from a defense. Their offense wants to kind of chew up clock. They want to eat up the football game, and they're still giving up 21 points a game. You can look over on the flip side, see Tennessee also gives up 21. We know what that offense does. We know the type of position that the Tennessee offense can put that defense in by going quick, scoring quick, putting them on the field a lot, still just giving up 21 points a game, the same as Missouri. Now, their defense, they've only allowed over 300 yards once in the last 6 games, and that one time was against Georgia. And if, I think Tennessee's going to go out and handle their own. I think they're going to take care of business on Saturday. But if you don't think Missouri can show up to play, I mean, you look what they did against Georgia. They lost, but it was 26-22. A lot of people were writing Georgia off because of that game. I disagreed. I argued that point. But Missouri can play if they show up to play. Their defensive front leads the SEC in tackles for loss. They also only give up 112 yards per game on the ground. But I think Tennessee's going to take care of business. They're going to go out. They're going to score points. Something worth noting, you pull up the stats and take a look at it. They only have, Missouri as a football team, only has 6 touchdown receptions on the year. Dominic Lovett has 2. Luther Burden has 2 touchdown receptions. Also, 1 apiece for Nathaniel Pete and Tyler Stevens. So 6 touchdown receptions on the year for the Missouri Tigers offense. Now, anybody happen to remember how many touchdown receptions Jalen Hyatt happened to have against Alabama? I mean, he had 1 less touchdown reception against Alabama than Missouri has as a football team 9 games into the season. So I'm not real scared of this Missouri offense. I think Tennessee is going to go out and score points. That's what they do. And, I've talked about it throughout the week. You go back to last year. What happens when Josh Heupel's team comes off of a bad performance offensively? They dominate. Last year, 2 games, they scored 17 or less. They came out and hung 60 on their opponent the next week. And I expect nothing less than 60 this week against Missouri. I think one way Tennessee's going to be able to capitalize is forcing turnovers. Going into the game against Georgia, I don't know where they're at now after that game, but they were leading the SEC in turnovers, in takeaways, in interceptions. And if you look at Brady Cook, the Missouri quarterback, he's thrown for almost 1,800 yards, 6 touchdowns, but 7 interceptions. And I think that's, Tennessee's shown the ability to stop the run all year long. I think they're going to be able to stop Missouri's running attack. You go back up, you look at total yards per game. They are running the football for 146 yards a game, but I like Tennessee's odds to step up and stop that. Their defensive front shown the ability to do that all year long. If you're able to do that, and then you put Brady Cook in some third and longs and force him to throw the football, he's shown that he'll turn it over. He's been sacked 18 times on the year. I just think this matchup lines up in Tennessee's favor, and I'm hearing some people in the media talking about the matchup and talking about Missouri's defense and this, that, and the other. There's a reason. There is a reason Tennessee's favored by almost 21 points, almost a 3-touchdown favorite, and the over-under set at 57. That's the over-under for Tennessee in my book. Tennessee's going to go out and boat race Missouri on Saturday. I just think the matchup favors Tennessee. I think they have a lot to prove. I think they're full of piss and vinegar, and I think they're going to come out and they're going to roll Missouri on Saturday. College football playoff rankings. I think Tennessee takes care of business these last 3 weeks. It's going to work itself out. Don't let other fan bases come in here and try to scare you or try to say this, that, or the other, try to validate people. Texas is going to take care of TCU this weekend, even if they don't. Michigan and Ohio State, and people want to try to sell a 1-loss Ohio State or a 1-loss Michigan over a 1-loss Tennessee. Are you kidding me? There's no way. Whoever loses that game is out. They don't have the track record. They don't have the resume to fight for a spot in that college football playoff, whereas Tennessee does. You look at their resume. You look at the college football playoff rankings. A win over Alabama and a win over LSU, absolutely huge. But it's time to focus on Tennessee. Go out, handle business. It starts with Missouri on Saturday. Hit the comment section. Let me know your predictions for the game. Would love to hear what you guys think. As always, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/ YouTube.com/TalkinVols. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Appreciate you guys being patient with me earlier in the week. Getting over this flu bug, ready to rock and roll now. Had a great time on the live stream last night. Thank you, as always, to all the members of the channel. You can become a member and support what we do. Just $1 a month. We've got 18,000 subscribers. If everybody pitched in $1, we're doing this thing full time, bringing you more streams in the morning, more content, more production. But any and all support greatly appreciated. You can hit that little join button down below, right beside subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. But if not, just smash the thumbs up, leave a comment. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.